Hello, welcome to day 52. And our intention is in observance of winter solstice, which is tomorrow. And that intention is to stand still. So let's get started. Hello, welcome to day 52 of our intentions instead of resolutions yoga journey. And today we've come full circle. It is 1 year almost to the day that the very first yoga practice aired. And that was to help us rid ourselves of any negativity from 2024 so that we could face 2025 with a renewed sense of being. And now here we are right before winter solstice. And this is just the perfect time to wind it down. So I encourage you to light a candle and say the following as you do. Let the light remind us that the sun will soon return. And make sure it's put in a safe place. It's best for winter solstice if you have it placed in front of you, at least for the moments that we are in a seated position. And then after that, you can move it. But our intention for this week is to stand still. When we stand still, we're better able to process things. And with winter solstice being the shortest day of the year, we do know that the light is going to return. And so it's a time to celebrate. And our intention last week was to celebrate. So it's all kind of tied together nicely for the month of December. But what we're going to do is a breath of light. And the way we do breath of light is that you take 7 small sips of air and then 1 really long exhale in order to empty your lungs. So I'm going to demonstrate. We'll breathe in. Seven small sips, and then breathe out. Now you can breathe in through your mouth, you can breathe in through your nose, and likewise with the breath out. But we're going to do this for a few moments, and I encourage you to close your eyes. So we're going to breathe in. And breathe out. Really empty your lungs. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. One last time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Really empty, empty, empty your lungs. You should really get some zen from that breathing. Now we're going to move over to table position. So make sure that you have your knees below your hips and that your hands are directly below your shoulders. And we're going to drop our belly, breathing in and going into cow pose. Breathe out as we curve our spine into cat. Breathe in to cow. Breathe out to cat. One last time. Breathe in for cow and out for cat. Now come to a neutral spine and curl your toes under. We're going to go into hovering table. Now you don't have to hold this as long as I'm going to. You can just hold it for maybe a count of 5. But we want to lift our knees off the mat. You should feel your abdominal wall engage immediately. And we're going to breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And then lower your knees. Now, with your knees together, we're going to go into child's pose. So really have your knees really together. Lean back and then sweep your hands from the front of your mat to the back and lower your forehead down to your mat. We're going to take a couple of breaths here. Breathe in and out. In and out. Now from center, rise up to a hero pose. Now we're going to go into down dog. So place your hands close to the front of your mat, about the width of your mat. Curl your toes under, and from your tailbone, allow your tailbone to be what guides you into down dog. Then we're going to step it out a little bit, get a little more. This is the first time I recorded a yoga practice with her, and she is going to be quite hysterical. Hard to be serious for winter solstice when you have a pup like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to root our left heel to the mat, lift our right foot up, bend it, and bring it forward into a low lunge. Now we're going to go into a high lunge. So what you want to do is really squeeze your thighs to the center line to help give you a little bit more support as you go up. And then we're going to sweep our arms up and overhead. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lower our hands to our sides, and we're going to straighten that front leg and then lift our arms up to the sky. And then lower our arms as we lower that leg, kind of like airplane arms. And then raising them back up as we straighten that leg. Now we're going to go back into that high lunge with our arms still up in the sky. Then lower your hands in front of you. We're going to take our right arm and go underneath the left and go into eagle arms while we're holding this high lunge. And then as much as you can, try to look up at the sky and go into a slight back bend. It's not going to be easy. Then we're going to release it, lower our hands to the mat, root that left hand next to your right foot, and lift that right arm up to the sky for a twist. Now we're going to lower, step that right foot back into down dog. I think she likes that word or that phrase, down dog. Huh? Yeah? Okay, now we're going to root our right heel to the mat and lift our left leg up to the sky. Bend it, bring it forward into a low lunge on the other side. And just like we did on the other side, you want to really squeeze your thighs to the center line. And then sweeping your arms up and overhead, high lunge. Now lower those hands back, kind of like airplane arms. And then as you straighten that front leg, lift your arms up to the sky. And then lower, and then up to the sky. Now lower with your arms still up above. Now lower them out in front. And this time our left arm goes under for eagle arms. And then try to look up at the sky with a slight back bend. And then release back to the mat. Plant that right hand next to your left foot and reach high up to the sky with that left hand for our twist. Now we're going to lower that hand, step back with our left foot back into down dog. Then we're going to step forward to the front of our mat. Have your feet about hip width apart. And we're going to hang out here in a forward fold for a couple of breaths. So breathing in and out. In and out. Now sweep your arms as we rise up to volcano pose. Take a deep breath in and out. Now we're going to lower our hands to our sides and we're going to turn our toes out. So kind of like frog feet. And while we're holding this stance, you want to really dig into the sides, the outer sides of your feet. So you might feel your balance shift a little bit. Then we're going to get eagle arms. And what we're going to do first is our right arm on top, twist them around. And while you're digging into the outside of your feet, suck your navel to your spine and then lean back, just a slight back bend while we're reaching up to the sky. And then release the hands back down to our sides. And now we're going to do the same thing with our left arm on top. So really twist all the way around so that your palms can come together. And as you take a deep breath in, lean back and look up at the sky. And breathe out as you come back to regular standing position. Now we're going to release that and we're going to go into an eagle pose. So I'm going to move to the center of my mat. And what we're going to do first is take our right leg. We're going to shift all of our weight to the left while we raise our right leg. And we're going to cross it over the left and go into a half squat. Now, if you are flexible enough, you can bend your left foot to where it wraps around, or the right foot to where it wraps around the left calf. I'm not that flexible any longer. Now, our right leg is on top. So we're going to reach forward and our right arm is going to go underneath. And we're going to hold this pose. And if you feel confident enough in your balance, you can go ahead and close your eyes. But we're going to breathe in and out. In and out. Then stand up and release the bind. And now we're going to switch to the other side. So you want to place all your weight on your right foot, lift this left leg and wrap it around the right. I like to keep my foot on the ground like a little kickstand. Now we're going to reach our hands forward, and now our left arm goes underneath and comes around for eagle arms. And we're going to take a deep breath in and out. In and out. Now release it. Come back to standing position. Now we're going to go down to the mat. You can get there any way that you feel confident doing so. And we're going to lower to our backs. So interlace your fingers, have a steeple grip, point your toes for a little bit more leverage, and then lower slowly to your back. Now we're going to place our hands flat on the mat. Hi, girl. Okay. Bringing our feet as close to our hips as we can get them. It's okay. Go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. And we're going to raise up to bridge. Let's see if I can get her to settle down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Okay. Yeah, she's a doga. She loves yoga too. Right? Maybe she'll give up. Now, from your tailbone, you want the motion, the movement to originate with your tailbone. We're going to lift our hips up to the sky. And then grip your hands underneath your back and interlace your fingers. And then we're going to release them as we lower. I've had some dogs participate in yoga, not quite as much as she is. Now we're going to lift our tailbone back up and interlacing with the wonky thumb on top. And release as we lower. And grab your knees and hug them to your chest. And we're going to end this practice after doing supine twists. So lower your legs out straight in front of you. Grab the right knee first and hug it in. And then sweep it across, and you can scoot your hips a little bit to the right. Reach out with your right arm. And coming back to center, grab that left knee, hug it in, and sweep it across your body as you shift your hips to the left and reach to the left with that left arm. And take a deep breath in and out. Now come back to center, and we're going to end this practice in Shavasana. And I'll be sending out a poll shortly to find out what you would like to see more of in 2026. It's really hard to believe that we're there already. But I will do regular yoga videos, but I'd like to do some sort of challenge for the month of January to help us start off the year on the right foot. And I'll keep you posted about that. But until then, have a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you soon. Bye.